Hello there folks, it is TIJ Gaming and welcome back to the Pro Team Career Mode on Tour de France 2020. Today is time for part 5 of Season 3 and the third part of Paris-Nice. Today we combat stage number 5 and 6 before in the next episode combating stages 7 and 8 to complete Paris-Nice. We've got a time trial and a flat stage today, and luckily I've done a bit of training for the time trials so we can do a lot better than we have done in the past in those. But let's reflect on what's happened in Paris-Nice so far. So it's not gone all that well for us, to be quite honest. We're not in the race for the general classification, but to be quite honest, there are some fantastic riders competing in this. So to be in the top 20 is a good achievement, so it's not as bad as it seems. So we're going to have to realign our focus for the next few episodes and go for the polka dot jersey and the green jersey. And to be fair, Theo Gegenhardt has got 10 points in that polka dot jersey classification, so he's certainly got a chance of winning that polka dot jersey. And then in the green jersey, Ben Swift is only 15 points behind Groenewegen, who leads that classification. So the points classification is going to be the one we look at most today to attempt to improve. So we've got the time trial coming up first. Again, I've done a little bit of practice when it comes to time trials, and then we've got the flat stage to finish off the video. So without any further ado, let's get into it.
Today, there's a long time trial on the program. Unsurprisingly, victory should go to a specialist of the discipline. It's important to go all out on this time trial to stay well placed in the general classification. Let's be clear, our chances of getting into the top 10 are slim. Try to limit the damage.
A new rider is ready on the ramp for this individual time trial. A few more seconds until he sets off. Come on, let's give him some encouragement.
Here we go then. There's no risk really of getting this wrong, to be honest, because we're not going for the general classification. It would just be nice to get some points, obviously, for Ben Swift for the points jersey. But the general classification is something we haven't got to worry about at all. Now, you guys have said in the comments you're not in TT position now. We're definitely in TT position here. There's no arguing against that, I don't think. Van Baarle is actually our best time trialist, but I thought we'll go for it with Ben Swift. It seems to make sense. Need to control the effort. Oh, well, that's knackered it up now. That's completely knackered it up. It's so tricky, this. Really is so tricky. Just keeps changing. Which I don't particularly like. The effort. I mean, we've got to control where we're going first off. That doesn't help proceedings. Then the effort keeps changing. Yeah, it's not going too well for us. I don't know, it might be alright. Or we might be absolutely terrible. But this is a good chance for Ben Swift to get some points. Right, we've got a left-hand bend, so need to brake for that. Get back in time trial position. Out again. Come into a false flat on the rise. Okay. So 14.25 is the aim for this first split. There's only 2 splits in this time trial. To be honest, no need to brake for this. Just come through. Alright, keep your knickers on. Just trying to keep the recommended effort at a go. Interestingly, it's at tougher difficulties. At the highest difficulty on the game, there's actually not a recommended effort bar, which is quite interesting. Get to that corner. Put our foot down now. Tricky though this is. It's a fine balance. Well, now we've got to step on the pedal to regain speed, but we've hardly got any energy left. We're going to blow up if we're not careful. Well, we can't do any more than we're doing at the moment. We're not in the TT position either, which doesn't help. Pillock. Well, I can't do anything about it, you numpty. It's your fault we've run out of energy. It's not mine. Well, this is turned into a bit of a disaster, to be honest. As per usual. We'll see what the time is at the first intermediate check. I think this could be a disaster. Could be wrong. But we've got no energy left, so yeah, we're going to be way off. So I'll see you guys at the end of the time trial, I think. I just don't know what's gone wrong, but oh well. I mean, we've got no red energy left, so we can't do any more than we're doing at the moment. Right, here we are, the last kilometre. The funny bit is that we've actually been overtaken by the man who set off before us. Sorry, after us. But we keep blowing up. We can't do anything about it. I'm tempted to just follow him, you know. We can't, though, unfortunately. We're absolutely way off. Well, that's time trials for you. I bloody hate them. Rubbish idea. And we are absolutely way off. We're going to end up last, definitely here. But oh well. Hopefully it shouldn't affect things too much. And hopefully the guys that are doing well in the points classification didn't pick up any points there. Fingers crossed. But thank God that's done. I mean, 2 time trials in the same tour. Who bloody thinks of that? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, let's have a look at who won. It's an Ineos rider. I'm going to guess it's Dennis. He's a time trial specialist. Oh no, Chris Froome. Well, Chris Froome. There you go. Interesting, interesting. No changes to any of the classifications though, but Chris Froome wins the stage. That's a name I wasn't expecting to be up there.
We had no real ambitions for the classification of this stage. The least that can be said is you didn't prove me wrong.
Well, seems the rest of our guys didn't do very good either. Van Baal, Gegenhardt not too bad, but the rest of them are bloody awful. Chris Froome picks up 20 points. Have a quick look at how that leaves the points classification. Good to see that nobody in the top 4 scored any points. We haven't lost any ground there. That's okay. Damage limitation, and to be fair, we've gained all our energy back. We've got a flat stage coming up next, and we can focus on the sprints with Ben Swift and Van Baal as well.
The main thing to grasp today is that the route is flat and it harbours no particular difficulties. A sprint finish is more than likely. It'll be important to pick up maximum points in order to make up lost ground for the green jersey. This stage is of no interest to us. Keep cozy inside the peloton. Have a good stage.
Hello everyone. If the hilly, early part of the stage offers a great opportunity for Baroudeurs to get away and envisage a stage win, they will have to join forces for as long as possible, because the sprinters' teams will surely try to catch up over the closing kilometres that are very much to their liking.
Here we are then for stage number 6, and we're being pushed out of the way here, quite unbelievably. Well, apparently this stage isn't very important to us, but I would say the contrary. There's 15 points available on mountain passes. There's 90 points available in the sprints. So, it's a very important stage. I mean, this stage has no importance to us. I think there's a huge importance for the stage. Well, the man with the polka dot jersey has left, which is a little bit annoying. And there was just... I was thinking of getting Gegenhardt in that early breakaway, but actually, he seems pretty knackered. So, I'm going to use him a little bit later on in probably the last climb. So this man is the only one that's really in decent form. And when I say form, I mean condition, not necessarily form, but in good condition. And if we go for it with Gegenhardt, I think we'll end up a little bit like Medus. So Van Baal, we're going to use to try and get in the breakaway. I think it's a little bit too late actually here because Millar went very early. But this is a great chance. Okay, we're not looking for the mountains classification with Van Baal, but... he can steal some points off the rest, particularly Millar. The 2 guys ahead haven't got any points in the mountains classification, so they're not particularly interested in that. But there are 2 early climbs, we've got a sprint as well, so this is purely just about trying to pinch points off the rest. Well, we're sort of half in this breakaway now. Millar at the front managed to keep his lead. The rest of them in the early breakaway went back to the peloton. And as you can see, 2 guys got out as well as us. We managed to get out of there. But we've not managed to catch up to those guys yet. So we're in a bit of a world of our own. The peloton's not persisting with this breakaway. But Valgren, Millar and Dillier are about 20 seconds in front. Of course, remember that on those second class climbs, there are points available for the top 4. So it's well worth going for this. But I don't want to exert ourselves too much to catch up to those guys. But let's see what we can do before that first climb. So here we go for the first climb of the day. It's a 5.3 kilometre climb. Not the worst climb in the world, to be honest, for a second class climb. I think it's quite generous for a second class climb. I'm keeping an eye on the fact we haven't got bucket loads of energy, so I'm just going to take a little bit of our feed. 3.5 kilometres to go here. I don't think we're going to catch up to the 3 guys ahead. But ultimately, it's that old saying, isn't it? You've got to be in it to win it. Who knows? They might blow up before the top. If we're struggling and we're in good condition, then you have to say that they are as well. Putting in a bit of pace now to try and catch that group up. 15 seconds again might be a little bit too much, but I think it's worth putting a bit of pace in here. Because once we've caught them, just makes the job that much easier. That's it. Good, good, good. Just tucking behind Valgren. Keeping an eye on the energy, of course. Alright. Calm down. Just need to take a bit more of our feed. And there we go. We should be okay. We have used half of our feed. I appreciate that. But we've got a sprint afterwards, a second class climb, and then we have a feed. These first 10 points are going to be pretty important to us. So, ultimately, this is a good chance. Apparently, we're the best puncher in the group. The aim is for Mollard to finish 4th here. We can't obviously control that totally. We can try to ensure that we get 5 points though and the rest don't get too many. We've got a good amount of energy though now. And we can just start to move it a little bit. Hopefully not blow up before the top though. There are 2 more guys that are looking to want to join this little breakaway. So keep an eye on that blue energy because that might go before the top here, which might make things a bit easier. But let's attack. Looking good for the 5. And we've got them. Excellent. Millar picks up 2 points. Well, that's certainly better than him picking up 5, isn't it? Good stuff from Van Baal there. We can pretty much recover all our energy now coming back down this descent. We've got a sprint up next. Van Baal is still fairly in there for the sprinters classification. But it says Millar is a bit of a jack of all trades. So, oh, look, they're talking about our man. Isn't that nice? Very nice. But we've got a sprint coming up soon. Another second class climb. And then it's really a little bit like a lot of these stages. It's a lull in the middle of the stage, but a good start for us. I'm happy with that. So here we are then for the intermediate sprint. No real recognised sprinters here. I think Valgren, they said, was pretty decent. Is it worth maybe? Not quite yet. I mean, the guys in the peloton are just going to 5 kilometres away, so it might be a little bit early to launch any sort of attack. They're all looking quite good, so I'm going to get Swifty to launch an attack and McLeod to protect Swifty. And actually, no. I think we'll get Lawless to attack as well. Let's just test the water. If it doesn't work, then, you know, we're not going to lose too much. But it's certainly worth testing the water. Up the pace, guys, to prepare for the intermediate sprint. That's exactly what we're doing. So we're a kilometre away now. Good chance for Van Baal this is. Valgren has gone. We've got a lot of energy and hopefully we can come up later. Look at this. Look at the pace Van Baal's got here. 20 points. Beautiful. Excellent. Now back to Swifty. See if we can get some points here for Ben Swift as well. It's a good pace being set at by the guys at the front though. But again, we've got a good amount of pace. We'll tell Lawless and McLeod to just go for it. And Bierge, why not, if he's up there, because I noticed he was fairly decently up there. And Gegenhardt's here as well, so we'll get him to attack as well. Seems worth it. But Swifty's got a great amount of energy. We can just go for it here. Come on, son. He's going to run out of red gel, I think. Red energy even, not red gel. But 9th should be for... we get 10th in the end. That's not bad at all, though. Can't complain at that one. Does Gegenhardt get some points? Yes, he does. 4 points. Only 3 points for Groenewegen, so that's a win-win, to be honest, for all of us. Good stuff. Again, little by little, we gain some points, and we can do something. So, a very good start to this stage. We've got the next mountain pass that's actually coming up in quick succession now, so no mucking about here. But we have got some guys who have joined this breakaway. Again, Millar and ourselves, the only real big players in the mountains classification. But this looks like, again, quite a nice climb. In the middle, we've got a bit of a descent, so we can gain some energy again. But yeah, we've got a good chance. So I'll see you guys a little bit close to the top here. So, 3.5 kilometres away. I think it's a really good chance again for some good points. Again, Van Baal's in terrific condition. I've missed his having that much energy. We don't have to worry about Millar. What team's he with? GFC. His teammates here with him. That might help him out a little bit. But the pace that's been set here, we've got a really good chance. Just going to take a bit more of our blue feed. Remember that after this climb, it's a long way in the distance, but we will get a feed. I don't think we should exert our energy too much, so I don't think we're shooting ourselves in the foot, but we'll leave a little bit in reserve. Nice British flag there for our British team. I know Van Baarle, of course, isn't British, but again, he's part of a British setup. So 2 kilometres to go. Another 5 points here would be excellent, and we might have to change our opinion. We might have to go for the mountains classification with Van Baarle. Another 5 points would put him level with Theo Gegenhardt. So I suppose if nothing else, it gives us 2 bites at the cherry for the polka dot jersey. Real shame that Medusa isn't up there, but that's just the way that it's gone this tour so far. Putting some good pace now. Try and distance ourselves from some of the other guys. And we'll wait till there's about half a kilometre to go. And then it's time to go. Looks good, does he, here? Looks great. Does Van Baarle. Not taking any chances, though. Keeping on it till the end. And another 5 points on the mountain passes. Beautiful. And crucially, Malart does not pick up a single point. That's definitely music to my ears. Excellent. We've done what we wanted to in this first section of the stage, which is fantastic. Now we've got a real lull until the end. Well, not until the end, but until near the end, where we've got, once again, but it's the other way around this time, not 2 climbs, it's 2 sprints and a climb. So, good start to the stage. If we can keep going like this, that'd be great. Well, we've gone forward a long way here, and to be honest, nothing has happened. Pretty much as expected, to be honest. This top 6 has stayed exactly as it is. The peloton is 2 minutes away. We've got the first sprint of this second half of the race coming up. We've got a full feed, which is nice. And I think the peloton will catch up by the time for that second class climb. There's, I think, probably about 10 kilometres to go after that climb, possibly. So it's certainly a good chance for us. We'll get the 3 guys that are in good condition, as well as Ben Swift, to put in some good pace. I know Gegenhardt got some points before, but he's not really the priority here. But there's some good guys, obviously, in this group. I mean, Kung and Dillier have both got some points already in the previous stages in this classification, so not too bad at all. I want to reduce the pace just to try and make sure we don't use all of our blue energy. Just take a little bit of that feed. That won't harm anyone at this point. Just want to make sure we win this sprint. Again, another 20 points would be a really good opportunity for us. Waiting. Ah, we waited a bit too late there. And we haven't got the amount of energy we had before. We've got to give it our all, though, now. Come on. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Excellent. That's great, that is. Right, tell him to calm down then, Bierge, if he hasn't got the pace. Let's see what Lawless and McClay are made of. And obviously Swifty. Another 9 points available here. Let's go for it. Lawless is going. Let's finish ahead of that man, Groenewegen. That's going to be really important. We might lose to him, though, this time. We haven't got the most amount of energy left. Just slipstream McClay. Ah, it's not really worked. Only 13th this time. Well, it's alright having the pace after the sprint, Swifty, but that's a bit ineffective. So we've lost 4 points to Groenewegen there, but goodness sake, calm down, lads. Don't get too much, Christ. Tell you what, McClay and Lawless were going for it a bit there, weren't they? Yeah, a bit of a shame, though, we lost some points to Groenewegen there, but as I said earlier, you win some, and indeed, you lose some. So it's a little while to go before the final climb of the day. We'll see if the peloton catches up before the end, but the gap, at least at the moment anyway, is remaining fairly stable, if not coming down just slightly. So here we are for the final climb of the day. Only 10 kilometres to go after this climb, or indeed 9 actually. So it's a big opportunity if we can get over this first to potentially win the stage. And the peloton was catching up quite quickly actually, just. They were about 35 seconds back, but we put in some pace. And it seems that those guys in front are attacking now, so we've got to keep pace with them here. Just watching our energy here. Don't want to lose too much. Can't afford to take most of our feed though here because we have got a downward section after this, which is going to be a lot better for our energy, but we won't exert too much. And I wouldn't think that these guys have got the ability to attack too much here. But you've got to keep with them. Okay, it's alright being good when you get to the top, but if you've got too much of a gap to make up, then you've got a bit of a problem. But it's not a day for the peloton, it looks like. All the points are going to come for the guys at the front, certainly in terms of these mountain passes. But we want to make sure that that man there doesn't get a whiff. Which looks like it's going to be easier said than done here, because he's riding pretty well, unless he blows up before the top. Let's see, though, there's only 5 of us in this breakaway now, so it's Mollard's teammate, it looks like, that's started to struggle. We're going to take all of our... Whoa, he's gone too early. About to say, he's almost played with us a bit there, hasn't he? Cheeky so-and-so. Dillier's gone as well. I guess it's not all about all the points here, I suppose, but let's go for it anyway. Come on, Van Baal. Oh, lovely. That's how you win a... That's how you win a climb. 15 points, remember now, for Van Baal. He's won all the climbs today. He's ever closer to that top spot. And now I think it's definitely worth going for it at the end of the stage, because are the peloton going to catch up? I don't know. This could be a stage win for the breakaway, which would be excellent news. It certainly would be. 7 kilometres to go here. We'll just keep control of this. This could be a fantastic opportunity for Van Baal. Obviously looking for the pro cycling rankings as well, if we can pick up a win. No point exerting ourselves too much here. The peloton's not going to catch up a 2-minute gap, is it? Definitely not. Just check a look at everyone behind, make sure they're all okay. Take their blue energy, I think, here.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
But this has been a good stage. Don't want to use too much of our energy here before the end, but the breakaway will definitely hold on here. Whether we'll win the stage is debatable, but this is a good opportunity. So there's 4 of us in this group. Just tag on to the back of him. Dillier. Get everyone to take their red gel as well now. I know it's not going to matter too much, but... Oh, whoops, hang on. Don't want to make any silly control mistakes while we're doing this. So, we need to set a high tempo before the sprint. That's the idea. Just getting behind these 2. Only 4 of us now in this breakaway, so we're going to finish at least 4th here. It should be interesting now. Just follow Dillier. Just keep on his wheel. Guess we'll tell Swifty to give it his all in the relay, as well as Lawless and McClay. That's all we can do. I feel like the stage win is more important than going for it on the sprinting front here with those other guys. Kilometres to go though now. Let's go for it. Come on, Van Baal. It's going to be tricky. Let's see what these guys have got left in the tank. Come on! Come on, son! Come on! Come on! Oh, just loses out. Oh, that was so agonisingly close. So close, it was unbelievable. But we get second. Right. I mean, all the guys are being told to attack now. That's a good move. Let's go. Swifty's not well placed here at all. Not well placed at all. The problem is if you focus too much on that, then we could have not done very well in the stage, and that is an opportunity missed for Ben Swift to get in the top 15 there, most certainly. That's disappointing, but what a stage that was. Far better than the 2 stages that preceded it in terms of stages 3 and 4. I mean, stage 5 wasn't all that brilliant, but we just weren't well placed there, and that didn't help ourselves in that final sprint. But Van Baal taking some great points for the team. And just by a whisker, missing out on the stage win. Props to whoever got, I think it was Dillier who got the stage win in the end. It was so close, it was painful. Yeah, Dillier wins the stage. Fair play to him. I don't think there's going to be any change in the yellow jersey classification, given that it was a bunched finish. But that was so close. Oh, it was horrible in the end, but oh well. So, who's got the green jersey? It's still Groenewegen? No, it's Millar, who's now got that points classification, the man who's at the front. and he's going to have the polka dot jersey as well, but we have significantly decreased the gap on him for certainly this jersey, the polka dot jersey, and also for the green jersey as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how these final 2 stages play out, and I think it's Pogacar who's still got that white jersey, but a good day for us in that stage.
Great, guys! I wasn't expecting anything from this stage, and you bring home a podium place? Well done to you all!
He's happy with that. Just a shame it wasn't a win in the stage. So agonisingly close in the end. Van Baarle takes an excellent 15 points, taking 11 points out of Millard's lead at the top. And he takes out 16 points of his lead at the top. I mean, 65 points in one stage for the sprints. That is fantastic. 9 points for Swift, 4 points for Gegenhardt. And you have to feel like that's an opportunity missed for Theo Gegenhardt. Not for Gegenhardt, for Ben Swift there. Groenewegen gains 1 point on us, but it's not the end of the world in the end. So in the general classification, Van Baarle still sits 17th. I mean, we did get about 30-40 seconds on that stage. Not too bad at all. Van Baarle puts himself up in 3rd. Brilliant for him for the best climber classification. He's got a real chance. Only 8 points behind Millard. Barguil is 2nd. So it'll be a good battle in the last 2 stages. Van Baarle, well. What a boost that was. Only 1 point behind Millar now for the green jersey. Really got a good chance as Van Baarle got for that. Young rider classification looks like it's going to be Pogacar by a landslide, but Gegenhardt and Madua's both up there. Not too bad at all. 34 points for Van Baarle in the pro cycling rankings. That actually puts him top altogether for the whole season and gives us another jet load of points. So great stuff. We've recovered quite well from that stage, and that was far better than the previous video. So the last challenge of Paris-Nice will come on Tuesday. We've got the last 2 stages to play out. There are 3 sprints in this one and 5 climbs. In the last stage, another 3 sprints, another 5 climbs. It's going to be challenging, but I am really excited for it. Now, if you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to leave a like down below. Comment your thoughts about how you think Paris-Nice is going as well. And remember to subscribe for regular Tour de France content on a Tuesday, Thursday and on a Saturday. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in Tuesday's video. Goodbye for now.